You want to cook that dark, futuristic Don Toliver vibe? Well, today we're building 3 beats, 3 worlds, 1 unique, simple system. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the theater. Okay, today I'll take you through the clear system that changed how I think about making melodies and leveled up my whole game. And by the end, you'll make endless melodies too. No classical music theory required. So let's lock in. Okay, here's the move. You start with 1 note. You give that note a signature sound. From there, you develop it out to a phrase. You give that phrase a space. And finally, you build that out into a rich, arranged sample, and then put some drums on it. And I run that 3 times. Each beat is a different vibe. 3 dons, 3 worlds, 3 experiences. Let's go. Here we're working at 135. A sharp minor, natural minor, right? So this process is really interesting because it's super simple. It starts with building out that initial phrase, right? MIDI is going to give you that structure. It's going to keep your ideas organized, right? Because if you're not a pianist for a living, when you write something, like you just lose it, right? Like you don't remember, oh, it's A sharp to this, to that, right? Like you only remember, like, does it work? Does it feel like something? So I like to always do writing in the MIDI while I'm also writing on the actual MIDI keyboard, right? So here I'm just laying in an initial note. And I'm going to listen to the vocals as I go because we're building for Don Toliver, right? So let's listen to Don Toliver as we go.
Move it. I'm not picking up bass. Let her do it. I mix OJ with the clips. Well, you're a rowdy student. Bitch, don't get hit with the book. Yeah, you going stupid. Always as good as it look. Move it. I'm not picking up bass.
Now here I'm just noticing when he's rocking, right? Like right now we're working on the rhythm. From there, we can work on the pitch. And here I'm working with my Take 5 sounds, like from my outboard synth here. But you can work with Serum, all the Moog stuff, that's Arturia's stuff. You can use Analog Lab. It doesn't really matter. You're just looking for a sound that kind of has that future vibe to it, right?
Move it. I'm not picking up bass. Let her do it. I mix OJ with the clips. Well, you're a rowdy student. Bitch, don't get hit with.
Right? So I'm just looking at what those look like here.
Move it. I'm not picking up bass. Let her do it. I mix OJ with the clips. Well, you're a rowdy student. Bitch, don't get hit with the book. Yeah, you going stupid. Always as good as it look. She move it.
I have this new KO sidekick, which is a mixer, and I use it just to put my mic in here, but also I'm piping all of our sounds through it, so they go through my whole pedal chain. I'm not using any other effects. I've turned all the other effects off on the Take 5, but I'm just imposing some inconsistency here with this interesting tape wobble that just is a button on this shit, and you can just push it. It's so sick. All right, here I'm pulling up our brand new plugin, BLACMAGIC. And BLACMAGIC is a powerful reverb machine, and it's built to conjure that dark arts of sound design. And there's a 7-day free trial, so give it a spin and see how it can sauce up your whole sound. Now, BLACMAGIC has 7 different engines, right? So here I'm using Crypt, and Crypt is our simplest, most normal reverb. So it gives you a good idea of like a good starting place. And something different about this is that you can scrub between 2 different characters of the effects here within this coffin and catacomb. Now we're thinking about the response, right? looking for these pockets. And here I'm just going to add BLACMAGIC again. Here I'm just going to use a different model. Ghost. Now we're utilizing just two sounds, pan on both sides, built with this lush reverb. Now we have strong identity built into the sound. It's got texture, it's got story already built into it. And it's that fucking simple. A simple call and response phrase, two different sounds, two different reverbs, all within that same framework. Insanely creative, right? In the Dark Dream, we have some incredible, just simple bass sounds that you can use. All with that retro future vibe, right? That sounds kind of hard.
Oh, kind of like this.
And then going into here and just, you know, do you want to boost it? So now that you've got the foundation in, it's like there's a bass kind of gives you those two leads. Then you can just start working with other additional elements to just help give it life. And here I'm just playing with different sounds. You can just experiment, just lay in stuff. I mean, at this point, you kind of know where you're going. So now you're just looking for variety and the ability to create that journey, right? Like laying in some of these. So these will be just alternate textures that I'll use in here. And once you have this world built, you can just start inserting sounds into that space, right? Just looking for interesting sounds. Now just put some drums underneath it, right? Start with a clap. Then a snare. Just simple adds. Put in the kick. Open hat. Just grab our bass and just put in an 808.
She moving. I'm out picking up bass. Do it. I mix OJ with the case. Well, yeah, right, student. Bitch, don't get hit with the book.
Sometimes I like it at the last minute just to lay in some random shit. So let's see if it works. Looking for parts out of this. I'm just gonna take this, I'm just gonna take some of these sections, I'm just gonna repeat them. let's go. Let's keep going. Let's just set our scale highlighting real quick. And let's make this G sharp. G sharp, G sharp, G sharp. G sharp minor. Here I'm just pulling up the Sinister, and it's our free drum kit. When you're making these kind of beats, having a nice bass is just a really great starting point, right?
How am I supposed to let you go? How am I supposed to let you walk away? How am I supposed to let you go? You're all I ever wanted in my life. How am I supposed to let you go? How am I supposed to let you walk away? How am I supposed to let you go? You're all
Just switch out the sound real quick.
How am I supposed to let you go?
I like the decay on this joint.
How am I supposed to let you go? You're all I ever wanted in my life. All I ever wanted in my. You're all I ever wanted in my. All I ever wanted in my life. You wanted, ever wanted in my. You wanted, ever wanted in my. You wanted, ever wanted in my.
Now this, playing with the cutoff here and automating this is something I do a lot when I'm working outboard, right? You just drop Edison on. And then just start playing with this, opening up this cutoff. And basically you're just striping these down. Fuck yeah. So then you just, just keep bang, add this to the timeline. So go back to Edison. And we're just rinse and repeating the same format, right? Keep dropping these in. Bang, assign them to your same track. We're getting this nice stack of different sounds. So now you can have different iterations as you go. And here I like having some of these that are a little bit more subtle. Let's make one that's wide. Oh, I like that idea. Let's go back to our memory Moog again. And this is, that classic Moog sound, so. Yeah, I like that. So let's just consolidate that. So we're basically building parts already, right? Starting by getting our simple foundation down and then exploring and playing across the timeline. I'm really interested in maybe a riser here. So here I'm going in Dark Dream and I'm just pulling some of our risers. I like that. Oh, this shit is on some straight stadium shit now.
You know we play the game, we need each other. Need each other. Angel dust. Shawty always got me tripping like angel dust. Everywhere she goes, you always see me. I'm flocking. Shawty, you stuck with me like I'm stuck in your teeth. No flaws.
Here I'm pulling up the vintage Jupiter from Air, and I'm just starting to think about a top line here. Okay, I like that. Let's put some processing on it. Here I'm putting BLACMAGIC, and I love drift with that classic Vangelis vibe. Here I'm just starting with this lead. I'm just gonna fill in a little bit of some chords here. So. Now here, let's just cycle through some of these. Now I hear something more fast because we've got these big, sweeping, massive sounds, right? And now we need some more of that little technical kind of flurry, right? The excitement of this. Put ourselves down a rhythm first. It's always good to kind of follow some of these patterns. So either take your chords or your lead here. Actually, let's just take the chords. Now you can paste those in here. Oh, that's good. And here I'm going to put some BLACMAGIC on these. Let's add a little accent here. Let's think about what do we want to use. Let's get ourselves a lead out of here. Here for these like little leads, you just want a mono synth, and that's why the Mini Moog is so good. Well, that's nice. So this lead. Yeah, just a little bit of shimmer on the top of this.
You want it, ever want it, you not. You want it, ever want it, you not. You want it, ever want it, you not.
All right, the sample is sounding good. Let's put some drums in this, huh? We'll get it. Here, I just dropped my bass line onto the 808, so we have something to work with. Just gonna put a little delay on this joint. put in some quick snaps. Here, just do a little triplet action. That sounds good. All right, let's move on. On to the next. Let's get it. We're working at 132 in B minor. Let's start with the bass. I'm going to our basses here in the Sinister. And Sinister is free. It's on our site, so you can go cop it. These are really good places to start. Well, I like that. You know, when you're in here building your bass sound, here you're just going to really want to tune your release here to the speed of the song. So we'll figure that out as we go, but it's always nice when you're thinking about your basses to really get them to fade in and out at the right tempo so they don't clash with each other.
On the highway and in the summer, you got a brand new Hummer. We laugh all day like Dumber and Dumber. I'm about to shoot my shot. She loving my trumper. My favorite outfit is her see-through romper. Don't worry, I got you. I promise I won't hurt her. She tight like a snapping turtle. She squirt like that shit fertile. Got drinking my cup on Perco. She moved that ass in circles. Not sipping on green and purple. We say.
Okay, so this two-hit motif that he's got going on in the song is just a really interesting, good example of like the simple structural decisions you can make that give you a starting point, right? So here I'm just gonna work on the take 5 here. Here I'm just searching around for some sounds. So I like to just get down like really simple foundations, right? We don't need to know a lot about music to feel the basic rhythm of a piece. And once you know the root note, here we're working in B minor, then we can start laying down like a simple rhythm here. And, you know, the rhythm is just like the foundation for the idea. Here I'm just adding a little bit of microcosm to fuck up. Just plays with those tails and gives us a little bit more nuance here.
On the highway and I'm thinking that I love her. On the highway and I'm thinking ain't no rubber. On the highway with my significant lover.
Here on the bass, I'm throwing a little bit of decapitator on it. And here, just throwing down your root note. You know, it's just starting with B or starting with E. I kind of like that. Some nice ear candy.
On the highway and I'm thinking that I love her. On the highway and I'm thinking there ain't no rubber. On the highway when my syndicate in love.
Here I'm just putting BLACMAGIC on it. Here it is without it. Already really lush and interesting. Here I'm using Glitch. And Glitch chops up those reverbs and it takes those chunks and flips them and reverses them. So now I'm starting to feel the rhythm, you know?
That was good.
Again, I just stripe them in and keep building and building out. And then after that, just start making sense of what I got, right? Here I'm gonna put drift on these. All right, then we can reverse this. And again, I always like to have these little moments. You just chop the tails off of the end of your performance. And you can do this with a regular VST as well, just by striping consolidating your clips and just making the little heads and tails unique. Now you have these little moments to rise in. And I like to kind of turn them up. Yeah, let's do something like that. So some of these I end up, you play them in and they're not so on time. So you just have to emergency quantize this shit. I really like the imperfection of like a real performance. It really just comes down to like your own taste and how open you are to imperfection. A lot of people have a different point of view than me. I'm kind of over leveraged on sloppy. Is this better than this? All right, let's keep digging around on the synth. Kind of digging some of these. Kind of nice to just lay down our pattern a number of times. That was an A part. We got ourselves the basics of a B part.
She loved it, my trumper. My favorite outfit is a see-through rubber. Don't worry, I got you. I promise I won't hurt her. She talk like snapping trader. She squirt like that shit fighter. Got drink in my cup on Perco. She move that ass a slinko. Not sipping no green and sprinkle. We say that shit don't hurt though. She my shot, she loved it, my trumper. My favorite outfit is a see-through rubber. Don't worry, I got you, I promise I won't hurt her. She tight like a snapping trader. She squirt like that shit fighter. She my shot, she loved it, my trumper. My favorite outfit is a see-through rubber. Don't worry, I got you, I promise I won't hurt her. She tight like a snapping trader. She squirt like that shit fighter.
Here you're looking for your sounds to have a place, a space. And so panning and reverb, give it that dimensionality. And here this sound is so lush in the first place. Crypt is our simplest reverb, and it's really nice just to let it give it a little influence, right? A little of that kind of space to live in, right?
She my child, she loved it, my chopper. My favorite outfit is a see-through bumper. Don't worry, I got you, I promise I won't hurt her. She tight like a snapping turtle, she squirt like that, she vital. Got drink in my cup on Perco, she move that ass in circles. I sippin' on green and sparkle, we say that she don't hurt though.
That sounds good. I'm fucking with that. Let's just put in the drums so that we have them done, and then bang, we'll get from there. This joint is really interesting because it's using all types of reverse drums the whole way through. So it's kind of good to just come into your whatever drum pack you're using. Here I'm using the Sinister. If you just want to start getting down the vibe, just start dropping in your drums. Now you can take that same drum sample, make it unique, basically reverse this.
On the highway and I'm thinking that I love her.
Let's put in a clap. And again, the same thing here. Reverse this joint. And then and I gotta say, I really like that on snares now. I'm fucking with that.
On the highway and I'm thinking that I love her.
And I kind of want to layer in a straight clap on it. Even a little bit more punch. Little bit more punch on the snare. Here I've added the reverse hats. All right, that sounded good. I'm digging that. Create a little ambient intro here. So let's just consolidate. Now let's reverse this. Make unique as a new sample. Now we'll reverse it. As a musician, you're a storyteller, right? So you just have to, it's really about building this world and this space. All right, today you came for that futuristic Don Toliver sound, right? Now it's your turn to build your own sound. The future is the thing you build every time you're up at bat. And in my mind, there are two ways to be creative. A mind that replicates, and that's the mind that reaches for what's already been made, right? Or a mind that generates. That's the mind that reaches for things that haven't even been made yet. The methods we touched on today are key to that generating act. And the character in all three of these beats, the thing that made each its own world, that's BLACMAGIC. And it's a creativity machine built for the ones who want to stay in their zone of genius. That's why we built it. Intro pricing is still live now. That means 25% off, so link below, go cop it. All right, until next time, create fearlessly. Love y'all, peace.